during the election process, one of the things that came up was, someone objected to a deer fence next door to him. And I said, we'll have to investigate, because the first thing that came out of my mouth was, they're illegal.
Right.
They're illegal.
They're illegal. That's the first thing that came out of my mouth. And Trustee Norris at the time said the same thing, but we'll have to check it out. And it just sat there for a little while, and then it was brought up again. And we decided to come up with an ordinance. It went to the Plan Commission. They spent quite a bit of time, 3 months?
4 months.
4 months on it. We then came to the board. We then got a task force. They spent a great deal of time on it, a great deal of energy, and they came up with, I thought, was a very, very, very good compromise, because, again, it's a compromise. Can't solve all the problems. I looked back over the records, and I went back as far as 1994, when they were talking about the same thing. They talked about it in 97, they talked about it in 99. We almost had a problem here. We had a big discussion over Dean Witter. When they brought out the bow hunters, which somebody thought was a humane thing to do. I think this whole village hall was rocking in protest. I see heads nodding. It's a problem that is all over. Trustee Masterson was so kind to send us a very detailed report, except for New Jersey, not from Colorado.
No, there were two actually. There's one from New Jersey, one from Colorado.
I didn't see the one from Colorado.
It was in Colorado.
I couldn't get it out. Okay. But, everybody's got their own individual issues, and, what do you do about them? And again, I thought, when I directed the task force, because everything was in South River Woods, to survey South River Woods, that's what they did. Mr. Haver said, no, we should have to do North River Woods. Now, my question to Mr. Haver now is, when you talk about North River Woods, you're talking about everything north of Deerfield Road, or the areas that don't have fences, or can't have fences?
I think it should be village-wide.
Village-wide, okay. Because
Even if you can't have a fence.
why would somebody in Meadow Lake, and why would somebody in Thorngate, and why would somebody in Country Club Estates worry about a fence when they can't have one?
I'm not sure if they would worry, but it's aesthetics of the village
Right.
entirely.
I
So
agree
it's
with
village
Yeah,
aesthetics.
I'm just trying to get an answer.
Yeah, so that's why.
That's a good question, good answer. So, again, there's Justice Chamberlain's, let me look at her.
Mr. Mayor?
Well, let me just read this. I'll give you a chance to read. I want to answer one of the questions. This has not been a surge in fences. This is
A gradual?
it's been very good. Check with Russ. We went back over the records. This has been going on. Some of these fences are as many as 25, 30 years old, 40 years old.
Right, but has it been?
It's a gradual.
the
It's not something that's
same-
sprung
okay.
up.
So it's not like all of a sudden, one year we had a lot more,
No.
or something like
No.
that?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not what happened. Just to answer your one question.
That would,
Rich?
I'm sorry, it was Mike that made a comment.
Oh, well, Mike, let's finish with
Oh, okay.
with the board first. I just wanted to address that. And, you also were very concerned about the Trillium, which I like too, but I think the garlic mustard and the buckthorn have a lot to do with that, along with the deer, along with development. And this is where we're at, so help me out.
So if all those things have to do with it, then you kind of have to take a more global view of it. and look at all the different things that are affecting, you know,
How do we
the
do that?
understory and affecting,
This is something that's been going on since the beginning of the village almost.
Right.
And from what I can see, it'll be here long after we're all gone.
You know,
no, we're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Please
Awesome.
tell me how.
I'm not sure I'm
Well-
smart enough.
I think,
Wait,
go ahead.
I don't know that I'm smart enough, really, but there hopefully are experts out there that can assist us in some way. I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think it's a combination of fencing. I think it's a combination of, you know, control, population control of the deer. It's a combination of maybe coming up with other alternatives to dissuade the deer from coming into the village, whether that's some kind of a border fence or something like that. I think there's a number of different ways to address it. And I think fencing is probably one way, but I don't think it should be done, you know, in exclusive of all the other possible things.
And
Wait, Cheryl,
I was gonna say, I think,
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get people who trying to talk.
I think you're right about that, and I think one of the things that a piece we're not addressing is woodland health in general. And what, clearly, I think everyone would agree deer browse has a dilatory effect on woodland health. But what other things, and if we improve some of those other things, how much would that help? In my conversations with Chuck Stewart, one of the things he's told me, if I understood him correctly, was, what I wanted to know was, if I were going to improve woodland health, what is the one single thing that I could do that would make the most effect from your point of view? And he said, thinning the canopy.
Right.
So perhaps we should try some of those things first, or in addition to, or something of that nature. Now I'm finished.
Okay.
Mr. Masterson.
it's not that I don't like deer, I love deer, they're good creatures. But it's like, I like cats and dogs too. But I wouldn't want to have, like the lady on the news this morning, 260 of them in my house. And there are kind of natural limits. One of the things we've not done, we keep skirting around, dancing around the issue of how many deer should we actually have? Or should we even think about deer? Every time we mention the word deer, everybody kind of recoils and says, oh my God, we can't talk about deer. But we look at the deer, everything that I've read over the last week or so points to populations that should be 10 to 20 per square mile, which would indicate 40 to 80 deer in Riverwoods. I don't think our counts have gotten below 80, ever. Or not for a long time. They've been up as high, they've been well into the hundreds.
Sherry, I don't think that's right, do you?
Well,
wrong?
last,
Well, let's
I
not
thought they were-
speculate.
Okay.
I think
Right.
we just need
Oh,
to-
wait,
You know-
excuse me.
Well, there was a statement made,
Right.
and I'm trying to get it corrected.
That's correct.
With your concurrence. She's got the counts. And
I
you,
do.
and you were instrumental in getting those counts.
Now, just a minute, let him finish.
Who's on a helicopter?
yeah, yes indeed.
I mean, whether the number was 75, or it's at the very top end of the range.
Well,
However you kind of look at
And
it.
this is part of the problem. The problem is, well, the counts are not correct or accurate, and they've got to be done a different way. Well, we've been doing this all along. Your email said, well, we can do this infrared.
It looked like perhaps
Great,
a
it's
better way to do
it's
it.
only $100,000.
I don't know how much really would be to do the village.
Well, but.
I doubt it would be 100,000.
And if you use the infrared gun at night, you don't know if you got a coyote or a deer. How do you know one?
Well,
How do you know?
according to
That's
the
what I would
literature, there
ask.
actually is a different signature for those.
You
It's
think.
like a radar signature.
What's the count?
Okay, the counts, and there were two counts taken, one was January 19th, one was January 20th. The higher of the two numbers, which was trustee Kunjian's on the 19th, was 54. The higher of the two numbers on January 20th was urban forest management, and they had 99. However, if you got 54 one day and 99 the next, I kind of figure it's in the middle.
You're missing some, that's right. I agree.
Either you're missing some
No, I
or you're
agree.
not, so I look at a middle figure.
All I was
Just
trying to
tells
point
me
out
that
is
the data's
that
bad.
regardless of what the numbers are,
That's what you see, that's what you see.
thing is, we
Because
should